Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Luhtala, and I'm going to go over with you the ProQuest lesson that we did for my personal wellness. We did it for class, and in case you missed it or you want to recapture any part of it, this is the way to go. So without further ado, let's hit it. First of all, if you're going to use ProQuest, you need to start with www.nchslmc.org. Sometimes students think that they can go to ProQuest.com. That's not going to work. So you must start with the homepage of the Library Media Center. If you go under Finding Stuff, the first entry you'll have is Databases, Alphabetical List. Click on that. Then our username is NCHS and our password is Library. You can log in at that point. Remember not to use your own username and password. If you scroll down to the bottom of the list, you'll see ProQuest Platinum, the big one. That's the one you want to click on. And if you look back at that whole page, you'll see that there are 3 instances of a key, and in that key you will find the following information. If the name of the database is written in red, it will be NCHS and Library. You're going to use ProQuest Platinum, the big one. And this is ProQuest. This is basically a default search page for ProQuest. If you look on the right-hand side where it says Citation and Abstract, you're going to be offered a list of delimiters. You're going to choose Subject. And when you do that, you'll see that whereas before there was no word to the right of Citation and Abstract, after you click Subject, you'll see that there's a Browse Subject feature. Now you need to figure out what you're going to research, and for that you should research items on your dietary guidelines recommendations on My Pyramid Tracker. All the things that have sad faces, that's what you should be researching. Or you could also look at your nutrient intake chart and see where the problem areas are. That should be giving you the search terms you need for your research. There you go. Now, when you go into Browse Subjects, you can choose any of these search terms. These are some that I've listed, but obviously you're going to choose those that apply to you based on your nutrient intake bar graph and your dietary guidelines smiley face chart. So you also need to think about different words for those keywords. So for example, what would be another word for sodium? Salt. What would be another word for carbohydrates? Sugar. What would be another word for milk? Calcium. So you will choose your subject and you will add it to the search. Again, I've listed a number of options that you could choose from. They have to be based on your personal results in My Pyramid Tracker. They have to apply to you. You can't use your health teacher's guidelines. You can't use our guidelines. You can't use what worked for your friend. You have to use what applies to you. We're going to be looking for a correlation between your research and your results in My Pyramid Tracker. All right, so your subject has now appeared in the search field, and now you need to add more search terms. So in the following line, we have fat with an asterisk and diet with an asterisk. Now I'm going to tell you about those asterisks. What does that mean? It's called truncation. Here's an example. Diet can mean diet, diets, dieters, dietary, dietetic, dietary restrictions. Those are all options that will result from the search diet with an asterisk because it's looking for the root diet and anything that follows. So you can see how this list would result. The way to achieve that asterisk, because not everybody knows where it is on the keyboard, is you click on the Shift key and the number 8, and that will generate the asterisk. All right, Boolean Connectors. Those are what appears in the boxes on the left-hand side of your ProQuest page, and what that's going to do is it's going to offer you and, or, and not within and pre-1. We're not going to worry about the last 2 for now. What we want to focus on is and, or, and not. Now, And is tricky because most people think that if you use the word and, it's going to add stuff and give you more results. But the truth is, if you're searching for this and that, you're only searching for the articles that have both words in it simultaneously. So if it only has calcium and it only has diet, those results aren't going to get pulled up. This is the result that's going to generate. Where if you choose the word or, it's going to give you all the results of the articles that have sodium plus all of the articles that have the word salt in it. Now, not is tricky. You'll see that in ProQuest it's and not, but in some databases it's and not. So in this instance, let's say we're looking for fat, but we are not looking for unsaturated fat. So that's going to bring up that. So we're only searching for articles that do not have the word unsaturated in it. All right, we need to add rows because this isn't enough information for our search. So we're going to add a row. Click on that. And here is a really good example of a complex search. And this is what you need to be striving for. We have diet and nutrition as a subject. We have health. And we're looking for that in the body of the writing in the document text somewhere. We're looking for the word fat with an asterisk, so the root of the word fat, plus it could be fatty, fast. We went through that earlier, so I don't need to bore you with the redundancy here. We're looking for that somewhere in the citation, just like a bibliographic citation, in the title, author information, and in the abstract, which is a summary of the document. We'll talk more about that in a minute. We're looking for the word cholesterol somewhere in the citation or in the body of the writing in the document text. And we're looking for the word junk food in the document text. That's a really good complex search. This is the